Peggy 18.
In this playthrough, we try a more direct approach of the Golden Cat mission. Co-creator directors Harvey Smith and Rafael Colantonio are here to walk you through it.
Okay, so this time the player has done a different sequence leading through the streets leading up to the Golden Cat, and it has come in through the rooftops. So a lot of vertical movement in the game, a lot of mobility. In the previous area, you can get dropped off in the river, and you're here to kill Custis and Morgan Pendleton, and therefore there are several different ways to enter the Golden Cat area. In this playthrough, we're going to do very brutally.
Need to get the men in position.
The Ivory Room. All I can tell you is it's very heavily soundproofed. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Custis is easier to know.
Why would anyone pay for that?
Rats, plague, elixir, bunch of crap. Huh?
This is a drop attack.
Talk to that nice girl again. The one I told you about.
But you're at the Golden Cat, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, playing this way has got consequences. Some of them is that we track the number of deaths and innocents that the player killed, and this derives the ending, but also derives some of the little story beats all along the game. And besides, playing this way is actually very consuming in terms of resource. So the player uses those resources like powers and his mana and his health potions, and he has to use them carefully.
Might be worth checking out.
Take out his legs!
So here the players stop time just before the guards have fired their pistols, and he's planting a spring razor there. When time resumes, it will kill them both.
By the outside!
Game's combat with the sword, the melee combat, involves blocking and counter-attacks if the blocking is timed correctly.
I hear you.
I'm a... I'll have you whipped and put to work in the...
So both targets have been assassinated.
Huh? Someone help me out! Someone get over here! Help! Someone!
The player's summoning rats. Once the rats are in the world, they're like little AIs. So sometimes the guards win, sometimes the rats win. And here the player has possessed one of his own rats and is now getting away. And that's the end of the violent, messy playthrough of the Golden Cat.
So this is a very different area. The previous area with posh and pretty, this is like desolated, abandoned. This is actually the area where there are weepers. It's called the flooded district. And there are those tall boys here that are preventing the weepers. The weepers are the plague-infected people. Those tall boys, their jobs is to prevent them from accessing the rich area. So they will shoot at the weepers and they will shoot at anything that tries to get through, including the player. Here we're using Wind Blast to bounce back the arrows at the tall boys.
Using Wind Blast to knock the tall boys' phosphorescent arrows back at them is another combination of game mechanics that we did not plan for, but players found it quite fun. So we made some small changes to help support it. These Stiltwalker guards, the tall boys as they're called, have vulnerable tanks of whale oil on their backs that they use for their incendiary arrows. And so periodically the player is shooting at those tanks, stopping time, trying to get behind them. The shields all around them are actual breakable wooden shields, so they absorb some of the player's shots, but periodically the player breaks one of them off.
Here the player just possessed a tall boy and he's going to escape the area through those wall of lights here via tall boy.
So the wall of light is a Tesla-like security device that's a powerful electrical field, and the guards at the beginning of their shift are attuned to it so they can walk through it, but the player cannot unless he hacks it.
Thank you for watching. For an alternate approach, check out youtube.com/Dishonored or Dishonored.com.